I welcome all of you joining me right here on Zoom on this Thursday, and welcome to all of you joining us wherever you connect. I will probably say that again tomorrow, but I think my plan, as the end of year holidays are coming, is to take a break after Monday. So we'll take a break from the 24th through 31st through the 2nd. The 24th through the 2nd. So we'll be together today, tomorrow, Monday, and then we'll take a little break. All right, we are less than a minute from getting started. I invite you to close your eyes. And just find your breath. And just allow the body to relax, releasing any tension, any stress, any place where it's contracting. And just finding yourself being surrendered into this moment. Maybe as we heard in the minutes leading to the beginning of our broadcast, just finding a little joy in the being alive part of being alive. And here we go. Coming together in this sacred, most sacred space of practice, connecting all of us. We begin with a Shalom chant, infusing this time with energies of peace, inner peace, wholeness, and harmony to infuse our meditation. If you are chanting with me, take a breath for Shalom. Letting the body now recover the natural rhythm and flow of its own breath. We come to sit among the angels. Before us, sitting with us, is Uriel, divine light, bringing clarity to our mind, to our heart through this practice, and shining its light to the way forward. On our left is Gavriel, strength of God, giving us the discipline, the steadfastness, the commitment we need to this practice and to our object of meditation. Behind us sits Raphael. Raphael, whose name means God's healing. And may Raphael heal us physically, emotionally, mentally. On our right is Michael, whose name means that which is like God. Michael always holds a mirror to us, so we can see ourselves as the reflection, the expression of the Most High, of the Divine. All around us is Shekhinat El, the Divine Feminine Presence. Holding us in her arms. And then we call our intention for this practice, that each of us may recognize awakened awareness now, for the greatest good of all. That each of us may recognize awakened awareness right now, for the greatest good of all. Staying with the breath, shooing all the thoughts away. We bring in our practice, if you so choose, I'm always just offering. It's like passing a tray of different kinds of mantras and practices, and you can choose to grab from the tray or not every time. You can always do your thing and use the space as you see fit to support your practice. But today I think it is called upon us to use a mantra that invites us to recognize the fleetingness of every moment. Though we yearn for permanence most times, the practice helps us recognize that everything that comes also goes, everything that arises also passes away, everything that appears also disappears, always. You can look at everything in your life, this breath, coming and going. I shared with you once a practice that I learned, watching the breath coming in, watching the breath going out, and at the end of the out breath, to say, gone. Gone. This breath will never come back. It has been here, and now it's gone. So even the breath, impermanent. Our state of mind always changes. Our emotional state always changes. Our physical state, clearly, we know, always changes. We can be hungry and then tired and then joyful and then, it always is changing. Always in the flux. And the mantra that captures that in Hebrew is Gam Ze Ya'avor. Gam, you could spell it G-A-M. Ze, I usually write it Z as the Z, E-H. Ya'avor is a Y-A-A-V as Victor, O-R. So if you want to do it in Hebrew, that's how you would try to visualize it in your mind. Easier in English. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. It's a beautiful mantra that allows us to not get too attached to anything. Most of the time, we're happy when the negative things happening in our life pass. We're not so happy when the good things happening in our life pass. And yet, we can't help either. But if we can live from that place of Gamze Ya'avor, this too shall pass, then we can drop into a place in our life with greater equanimity. Life tortures us a little less. Gamze Ya'avor. This too shall pass. The problem with mantras oftentimes for us is that we try to combine them with observing the breath. So we could do Gamze on the in-breath, Ya'avor on the out-breath. Or in English, we could do this too on the in-breath, shall pass on the out-breath. But then because of the rhythm of the sentence, we coerce the breath to follow the rhythm of the mind of the sentence, the cadence that it has. So what we have to be really mindful about when we use mantras is to give prominence to the breath first. We follow the breath, and then we superimpose on our observing the natural rhythm of the breath, the words. If it's just one word, it's not as difficult. But once it starts to be 3 or 4, then the mind has a tendency to try to match the cadence of the words to the breath. So it gives us a little bit more of an interesting practice to really force us to simply be with the breath as it is. So be with the breath as it is. And when you follow the breath coming in as it is, then you can add gamze or this too. And as you observe the body breathing out, then you can add ya'avor or shall pass. But this is the real challenge. Stay with the breath. However the body is breathing, just observe the breath and then put the words onto the breath. But really let the breath be your guide, your shepherd. And of course, continue to relax. And you can simply watch the breath coming and then being gone at the end of the out breath as you use the mantra. So it really coincides with your observing of the breath arriving, appearing with the in breath, and then disappearing with the out breath. This breath too shall pass. And here you're watching it as you're saying the words. And if a thought arises, you can do the same thing. This thought too shall pass. And as you do that, you may notice the thought disappearing, or you're noticing a sensation in the body. Whatever comes, whatever makes itself known, Gam ze ya'avor, this too will pass. And now this meditation too has passed, inviting you to take a couple of deeper breaths to help us transition beyond this practice, letting the body stretch if it needs to do so. And we'll close, as always, with our Shalom chant, dedicating our practice to all beings, including ourselves, that all beings might find peace, harmony, wholeness, completeness in their heart, in their world, in their life. May all beings find Shalom. Modani.
Thank you.
Moda Ani. I sent you a chat.
I replied.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Modani.
Thank you. See you Friday.
See you tomorrow. Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Take care, friends.